Hello, my lovelies. I'm Jenny O, the author with no last name, and it is time for the May 2024 Library Haul, the time of the month where I go down to my local library and find books on the shelves or order them through my local library system and bring them home and share them with you. Right. So this month I didn't really have a theme, unlike last month. So I went into my, I have a lot of, my local library system has an online, for an online web page thing for the entire system for all 30 libraries, and you can go online, you can search it, and you can make lists. So I went into my lists and I just was like, well, I had read some of these books before. Do they have sequels, and can I find something a little new? So um because last month was really crazy, I also was really tired, so this is why I work a little bit later this month than normal. Alright, so this month, let's start with the sequels. Alright, the sequels are Ancillary Sword. So Ancillary Sword is the sequel to Anne Lecky's award-winning, Hugo-winning Ancillary Justice. So this is going to be the continued adventures of the ship artificial intelligence that is inside kind of like a human body, as he's going around trying to thwart the different variations of, I guess, the emperor, you might as well call it. So there's three different versions of the emperor, and they're all fighting each other, and the ancillary has to decide which one they are supporting or whatever. The whole first book was them figuring out that this was going on, type of thing. So this is the continuation, and there's the last one is Ancillary Mercy. So we'll see if I get through this one, if I'm going to pick up the last one or not. Alright, sequel number 2, Wondersmith. So The Calling of Morrigan Crow. So this is the sequel to Nevermore, the Trials of Morrigan Crow. So Morrigan Crow is now in the school, and it turns out she is a wondersmith. So this is a book I'm hoping that we explore what more is wondersmith what type of choices is she going to make? Is she going to end up taking some lessons from the previous wondersmith, who is the villain, type of thing? And what other adventures are we going to have at our whimsical hotel? So this is the second one in the Morrigan Crow series. The Midnight Orchestra is sequel number 3. And the Midnight Orchestra is the sequel to the Mystic School of Musicraft. Now, I kind of wished that the first book, the Mystic School of Musicraft, was actually titled something else, and that way we could have, it's now got the subtitle of a Mystic School novel. But if it had been titled something else, then, the first one, we could have had the Mystic School Musicraft as a subtitle. But this is the sequel. Two of these characters have the same name. So in the last one, we found out, that she was not supposed to be at the school. It was kind of like a little magical mix-up. But now the magical mix-up is going to be righted. But of course, they don't like each other. So there's supposed to be more shenanigans about, becoming friends and being friendly and stuff like that, I guess. So we'll see how this one goes. I don't know if there's a third one in the works for this or not, but this is the second Mystic title. I would hope, given that they're giving it a subtitle like this, there are more in the works, but we'll see. And, okay, so those were the 3 sequels, sorry. I had 3 sequels and 3 new ones that we're doing with. So the first one new one I'm doing is The City of Ember. Now you're going, Jenny, that's really old. Yeah, I know, it's like from 2012 or something, so it's about 10 years old at this point, 10, 12 years old. And I actually haven't read it yet. So the city of Ember, there's people, there is a group of people, they're living underground, but the city is failing, so they have to, the children are going to go up and find out if they can find a way to spark their city again, or find out if the surface of the land is better to live in. It is raining and I have a tin roof. The Other Woods, this looks to me like a young adult or middle grade fantasy. I'm going to lean more towards young adult. And it's put out by Bloomsbury Children, so that's not really helpful. It's not saying. But so it is a fantasy book, and the terrifying spirit world, The Other Woods. Okay, so her friend is kidnapped by monsters and she has to go rescue. Very standard plot. Okay. And the last one I found is something actually that my local librarian bought for somebody, I'm not sure who, and it's called One Dark Window, and the subtitle is Maiden, Monster, Martyr. So the back kind of was interesting enough. I don't know if this falls into romantasy or not. I have a blurb here that says a beautiful dark fairy tale. So she meets a highwayman. She's got to she's going on a quest to cure blunder of the dark magic infesting it, and the highwayman happens to be the nephew, and he's guilty of high treason. And there is a sequel called Two Twisted Crowns, and my librarian was kind enough to also buy that. But I want to see if I can get through this one first before I pick up the sequel. So that is this month. This is, mostly fantasy. The City of Ember would call a little science fiction, maybe a little steampunk. But it's mostly sequels with some new stuff. So half sequels, half new stuff to see if we enjoy it. And if I enjoy The City of Ember, I think I'm going to go try to find the movie and watch the movie too, just to see what the differences are, adaptations are a thing. So, take care of yourselves, my lovelies. Stay out of the rain, or, whatever weather you've got going on right now. Alas, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.